The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Jess De Los Santos. The government is urging everyone to get booster shots, especially with the current threat of the Omicron variant. To talk to us about what has changed in the policy, we have National Task Force Advisor Dr. Ted Herbosa joining us via Zoom. Good afternoon, Dr. Ted. Thank you for joining us here.
Good afternoon, Jess, and good afternoon to all the televiewers of One News.
Okay, sir. First, any word if the NTF will be issuing a new resolution to mandate booster shots, especially for on-site workers?
Well, as of now, we've shortened the interval for the booster shot between the second dose and the third dose. Seeing that data from abroad is showing that those who have 3 shots do better with the Omicron variant than just the two doses. So we have shortened from 6 months to 3 months the booster doses, and hopefully even our workers will be able to get their shots. So those that got their shots last September are already able to get booster shots, whether homologous, the same variety as the principal, or heterologous, a different brand of vaccines.
But is there at least a plan to make it mandatory for on-site workers?
Well, of course, the mandating of vaccination is dependent on the workplace and the risk attendant to the type of work given to that particular area. I know for hospitals, we really require our doctors and nurses to have at least a vaccination to protect them from the high-risk intervention. There are also other businesses that have a lot of interface with the public or with the privates, with the people, so that having them vaccinated would be actually better than not having them vaccinated. So some corporations are mandating either a vaccination or getting that free from government, or having tested with a PCR test every so often, regularly, every 7 days or 14 days to get tested if you are unvaccinated.
Okay, so do I take it to mean, Ted Herbosa, that at least for now, the rule is it's going to depend really on the business owner or the establishment if they are going to require their workers to actually get a booster shot?
Correct. And the government just makes the vaccines available for everyone. It is free. They do not have to pay anything, and it is available. We have about 90 million doses that are still in our stockpile. We have been able to receive 205 million doses. And before the month ends, another 5 million doses are arriving. In fact, there are deliveries this evening at the airport, which we are going to receive in behalf of the Philippine government.
Okay, now, sir, similar to the previous policy, will workers without boosters be required to undergo regular testing at their own expense?
Yes, that policy stays because that is for the protection of the public. No, you have to be sure that you are tested so that you are not a risk to the public sector when you are in the workplace. So that's a policy that can be implemented against during the work hours.
Okay, just to clarify, that policy stays for the primary set of vaccines. How about for booster shots? I-require din po ba na mag-testing din sila if they haven't had their booster shot yet?
Oh, well, you're already actually fully vaccinated when you have, it will be advisable and optimal if they get a booster shot to protect them from the Omicron. But I think after 2 doses, you're considered fully vaccinated. The booster shot doesn't have to be really mandatory, but we feel you are better protected with a booster dose.
All right. Now, cases are also seeing a slight increase, and we have, again, a 4th Omicron case. What observations do you have here? Is this not a cause for concern just yet?
Well, it is a cause for concern because the husband of this female, the 4th Omicron case that we have, well, all have been imported and did not infect. The first 3 never infected any other person. But it seems that the husband of this 38-year-old female tested positive by PCR. So this test is now going to be undergoing full genome sequencing to find out if it is indeed Omicron, because if the husband did not travel, then this is already a local transmission.
Okay, now of course we're seeing an uptick in cases, especially here in Metro Manila. A number of experts, even the health department, saying that we should at least wait until January for us to fully determine if there is indeed a surge. Should that be the case, Do you think this is Omicron driven or this is more a holiday case?
So it could be either, but I am actually thinking optimistically that this is because of greater mobility, because of several parties and gatherings that have happened during the holidays. We celebrated it with the low risk category, but suddenly our cases are increasing. It was a week ago, it was like 100, a little under 200. Then a day later, it became 200 plus. A day later, 300. A day later, 400. Luckily, yesterday it dipped again to 300. So we don't know yet. I think we put caution in the wind and wait and see and hope that this increasing reproductive number does not lead to a real outbreak.
All right, thank you very much for those updates. Again, that's NTF COVID-19 advisor, Dr. Ted Herbosa. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jess, and Happy New Year to everyone.
The Health Department reports more than 400 new COVID-19 cases on Tuesday. Out of the 421 fresh infections, 410 were recorded within the past 2 weeks. This has brought the country's total infections to 2,839,000, some 9,700 of which are still active. Only 2 deaths were listed today. The DOH said these were also backlogs from September. The total recoveries reached 2,778,000, with more than 240 new survivors logged in the past 24 hours. Positivity rate also rose, with 2.5% of the 18,100 tests conducted turning out positive. The Manila Dolomite Beach reopens to the public today with stricter protocols in place to avoid overcrowding. Dale De Vera has the story.
Groups of families and friends flocked to the Manila Bay Dolomite Beach during its reopening after almost 2 months of closure. Julie, who came all the way from Pangasinan, said she wouldn't miss the chance of seeing the famous spot in Manila in person.
Amoy pupo ng tao. Pag na-dry na ng sun yung mga pupo, yung amoy na ibang amoy. Pero ngayon, look naman, may pagmamalaki mo ng Manila ngayon, Manila Bay. Hindi pwedeng hindi mo puntahan ang Dolomite Beach ng Manila.
Unlike before, visitors need to set up an appointment online before they can enter the beach. 7 time slots are available from 6:30 in the morning until 5:30 in the afternoon. Once you're there, you just need to show your appointment confirmation and vaccination card. For many, going through the process is worth it. The Environment Department said that while the water is relatively clean, swimming is still not allowed. The same goes for smoking and eating. Visitors must also wear face masks and observe physical distancing. Only 300 people are allowed to enter the beach at a given time to avoid overcrowding. Walk-ins will be accommodated if there are slots available during a specific time slot.
Medyo nagkahaba-haba lang ng kaunti sa walk-in natin. May form to be filled out. So, madali lang naman. Ang ginagawa natin, didistribute na natin agad sa pumipila para mabilis. And so maganda naman. So tulong-tulungan na lang tayo. And we are inviting everyone to enjoy the beach for all of us.
The beach will be open until Wednesday and will reopen again on January 4 next year. For News 5, Dale De Vera, We're One News.
Here's a quick look at today's other top stories. Death toll from Typhoon Odette has reached 397, according to the latest count by the NDRRMC. More than 1,000 people were injured while 80 are still missing. At least 500,000 people lost their homes to Typhoon Odette. Estimated damage to infrastructure and agriculture is pegged at around 21 billion pesos. Malacanang is backing the Health Department's move to do away with daily case bulletins in an effort to streamline data. Acting spokesman Carlo Nograles said that with more people getting vaccinated, cases will more or less be mild. The DOH clarifies that the daily case numbers will still be available in their website. And the Environment Department has officially lifted the ban on open-pit mining. DENR Secretary Roy Simatu said the lifting of the ban will help the economy recover. The department insists that safeguards are in place against possible hazards to health and the environment. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Jess De Los Santos. We are One News.